Okay, so another team I was really, really looking forward to do was the Washington Capitals because obviously they just won the Stanley Cup. Not just, I guess, it's been a while. It's been a few months, but they're the most recent winners. And I had so many songs for this. I was not sure. You know what? Let me think. Hold on. I have like 5 songs right here. Okay, so there's some obvious ones. There's like the obvious song like Celebrate, but I'm not going to do that. Also, that was a horrible what I just did. I'm not gonna do that, so I'm not gonna be obvious. Well, no, I am gonna be obvious, but not in that way. I chose Home for a Rest simply because of the one line where he's like, I've been gone for a month. I've been drunk since I left. And I think that perfectly describes Ovechkin and even the friggin' entire team, which they deserved, but Jesus, they were drunk after they won. Like, I don't think they're sober yet, which is alarming.
For the Central Division, we're starting off with the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, this one was a no-brainer for me. Chicago definitely have not been doing as well over the last little while, and this song I feel aptly describes that. So I have put Chicago So 2 Years Ago by Fall Out Boy, who are a Chicago band. And basically, ever since sort of 2015, Chicago really have not been doing so well. So this song, I guess, kind of describes that in very, very good fashion.
Okay, so now my favorite team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. I have 3 songs here that I couldn't narrow down because I want to give you that vibe that Toronto's feeling right now. This is from the perspective of the city, which is something I haven't done yet. And I don't know. There's so many songs that would work with this. I'm gonna play like 3 snippets so that you kind of get the vibe that I'm feeling inside of me all the time. Actually, there's 4 songs, so I'm gonna play 4 snippets, and this is the vibe.
The Colorado Avalanche was one that I found quite hard to assign, but I think this one, for me personally, definitely describes how I feel about the team. And I have assigned Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. It is one of my all-time favorite songs. It just kind of gave me the feel of the like sort of Rocky Mountains, snow kind of thing. It's a lovely, lovely song. And I really wish the best for the Colorado Avalanche this year. I really hope that they do bigger and better things and they surprise a lot of people again.
As for the Carolina Hurricanes, I know that, well, okay, I was going to do a song, what was that one called? Rock Your Body Like a Hurricane, just because of the name, Hurricane. But I want to dig a little bit deeper. I don't really know what's going on with Carolina, I'll be honest with you. They're kind of not even on my radar whatsoever. But I know that there was a, I don't know, like a Twitter beef thing with like not a fan, I guess, a guy and their Twitter page, and they had this whole little spat about people not watching them. So I picked the song Daddy, You're Not Watching Me. I don't know what the song is. I was just looking up songs that had anything to do with not watching, and the first opening line is "You're not watching me," so I think that works perfectly.
The next one is the Dallas Stars, and we all know the Stars haven't exactly had the best luck when winning the Cup, so this one is pretty apt. It applies to the year that they actually won the Cup, and it is 1999 by Prince. It's a really good song at the end of the day. I do really love Prince, but I thought, why not just poke a little bit of fun, just saying, well, gonna party like it's 1999 and gonna carry on doing that because we haven't actually won a cup since then.
As for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the song doesn't really work, but the title kind of, no, you know what, the title doesn't even work. Could we just put like middle-aged Americans? Well, not middle-aged, but like middle-aged for hockey. I couldn't think of anything for this one, for the Columbus Blue Jackets, so I chose Young Americans.
Next pick on the list is for the Minnesota Wild, and it is High Hopes by, you thought I was going to say Panic at the Disco here? No, actually, I'm going to be saying Paolo Nutini. Paolo Nutini is a Scottish artist. He is probably one of my favourite singers of all time. The song High Hopes is from the album Sunny Side Up. Again, could not recommend this enough. But kind of just the thing, it's like you've got high hopes, you're hoping for better, and it kind of just describes Minnesota sports in general at the minute. It's like they have the potential to do something great, but it's never quite realized. So it's from kind of this, I saw it kind of from the fans' perspective of they've got high hopes for the team, they hope they're going to do something in the next little while, and let's just see where it goes.
For the New Jersey Devils, I've chosen an obvious one, Highway to Hell. I don't need to explain myself.
One on the list is the Nashville Predators, and of course, I had to go for a big rock song, and it is If You Want Blood, You Got It by AC/DC. Now, I was going to go something like Eye of the Tiger, anything like that, or Welcome to the Jungle, but I thought that If You Want Blood, You Got It by AC/DC was a bit more apt. The Nashville Predators have always been thereabouts in contention for the Cup the last few years, and I thought, well, they're gonna go and do something big again this year. They're gonna be out for blood, they're gonna be going for the kill, puns not intended, but they're gonna be out to win the Cup this year, do anything that it takes. So why not have this song for that team?
Okay, so I've been waiting to get to the New York Islanders because I'm an asshole. If you don't already know, or if you've been living under Patrick's rock, John Tavares signed a 7-year deal with Toronto. When I'm not going to say he could have signed with them, because really was it ever an option, but that was his, like, the first team he ever was drafted to. You only get drafted once, really. Anyway, so that was the team he's been with for the past while, and I think from what I get in my comment section, horrible, hateful tweets, is that they are very upset, or they were at least very upset, that John Tavares did not sign with them. They've been calling him traitor and stuff like that, which I think is just stop. But so that gave me a lot of good, not ammunition, but like a good, I know what song I wanted, and I had a few because I was like, okay, that vibe is definitely, that's right. So the song I ended up going with, I had a bunch, and there were so many different types of music and everything, but the song I ended up going with was Bye Bye Love. Bye bye happiness, I think I'm gonna cry. Okay, and you know what? I'm sorry that happened. It's not nice to lose a player that you've had for years and you've developed, love for. Tyler Bozak. But it's the name of the game. I'm sorry I was smiling through this. I should be heartfelt, but Tavares signed with the Leafs for 7 years. Get out of town. Oh my god, yes. I mean, I'm so sorry for your loss.
The next one on the list is the St. Louis Blues, and the song that I have assigned for this team is Knock Me Out by a band called Vintage Trouble. Vintage Trouble are kind of more old style rock and roll kind of band. They are very new, but Knock Me Out is kind of a song saying like, hey, I'm here, I'm going to challenge for this cup. St. Louis Blues added a lot of pieces this year. They are actually going to be my sleeper pick for the year, and I really do believe that they're going to be doing something special this year.
Next up is the New York Rangers, and because I had such like a really accurate song for the Islanders, I feel like I can be a little bit, I don't know, whatever the word is, like I just kind of, okay, New York is the song. It's a bit obvious. It's totally, completely obvious, but I don't know. I didn't know what to do.
My last pick for the Central Division is the Winnipeg Jets, and this one's going to be a little bit obvious. It's going to be, people, you might find it funny, but it is Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins, and it is from the movie Top Gun. Of course, sort of the airplane connection, Top Gun, but the Winnipeg Jets are a blooming dangerous team in general. I really, really do think that they're going to be going pretty much all the way this year. I would love to see them win the cup if one of my own team don't win.
And again, because there's 31 teams, we decided to do the same team, and that is Vegas, the most recent expansion team. And I chose the song All-Star because I thought that even though they didn't win the Stanley Cup last year, they got so far, and especially for an expansion team in their first year, they broke so many records, and I think that they deserve this song. It's a no-brainer.
Last but certainly not least, the newest team in the NHL who took the world by storm last year. It is the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, I know there could be a lot more apt picks for this, but I feel like this song perfectly describes the season last year, and that is The Twilight Zone by Rush. My reasoning for this is basically a lot of people were writing Vegas off last year, weren't expecting them to do much being a first-year expansion team, and they end up going to the Stanley Cup final. Basically, The Twilight Zone was a TV show sort of from the 50s and 60s, and it's just a lot of crazy stuff happens there, I guess. It's kind of just subverts every natural known thing known to man, and I thought, hey, well, Vegas kind of subverted everyone's expectations. It's kind of like they were living in the Twilight Zone with them, so hence Twilight Zone by Rush. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway. Thanks again to Selena for letting me contribute and give my picks for the Western Conference. Make sure you subscribe to Selena's channel. She produces absolutely awesome content. And so I'll see you guys next time. So bye for now.
So thank you to Lauren for doing this. It definitely wasn't an easy task, but you made it look easy with the great picks that you had. I loved her clip, was like amazing. I loved watching it. Go check out her channel. She does awesome videos. And make sure if I split this video up, there should be 2 parts to this video, I think. Make sure you check out the other part of that video. And yes, we will see you soon.